Happy, happy Friday, my favorite first graders. It is the last day in the month of April, the 30th of 2021. What do you think we're working on in science today? We will identify physical characteristics of different animals. We talked about those big old yellow words yesterday. Practice them with me one more time, please. Physical characteristics. Like this whale, he has a pretty crazy characteristic up on the top of that head. What is that? Pew! His blowhole. He uses that to breathe. I don't have that physical characteristic up here. Do you? We'll talk more about other animals and their characteristics today. How? We will use Pebble Go to illustrate, draw, and label physical characteristics of an ocean animal. Say this habitat word with me, please. Ocean. Have you ever been to the ocean? Have you ever seen a whale? Today we'll see lots of ocean animals in Pebble Go, and you'll pick one to illustrate and label characteristics like that blowhole in your journal. Why? We will understand how characteristics help animals survive. Say that last yellow word, please. Survive. If the whale didn't have that hole up there, he could not survive. What would happen if he didn't have the hole? He would die. He couldn't breathe. He has to have it. He depends on it to live, to survive. Let's go look at some more animals in Pebble Go. Yay! Let me turn on my sound. Can't trick me today. And listen to these ocean facts. Now, while you're watching, you're thinking what ocean animal you will illustrate today. Remember yesterday we did the desert together. Woo-hoo! We drew the what kind of animal? The owl. Yes, today you will get to pick your own animal. You're on your own. So look and think, what do you want to draw today? Here we go.
Oceans are large, deep bodies of salt water.
Salty.
Oceans cover 71% of Earth's surface. Millions of kinds of animals live in oceans.
Millions to choose from today, because this kind of water, it's salty, and it covers over 71% of our Earth. That's a lot. It's very large and deep water. Lots of space for all these millions kinds of animals. Let's start with the
The ocean is home to millions of fish. Fish have scales and breathe with gills.
characteristics.
Parrotfish are colorful fish that eat plants.
Herbivores.
Swordfish and sharks eat smaller fish.
Carnivore. You could draw me a fish today in your journal as your ocean animal. Like this one. Look at him. He's pretty funny. It says his name is the clown triggerfish, one of the million types of fish in the ocean, but all fish have scales. What are scales?
Scale. One of the small, hard plates that covers the body of fish and reptiles.
Oh, not just fish have them, also reptiles. Do you have hard, small plates on your body? We do not have those. Only fish and reptiles do, and they are interesting body protection. If you draw a fish today, you gotta label those scales on its body. Look at his scales. You see those tiny hard plates? Let's look up closer. Ooh, very cool. They also have gills. Say that word, gills. Do you have gills?
Gill. A body part used to take oxygen from water. Fish breathe through gills.
Gills are on the sides of their bodies, and they take in water and then take out the oxygen that they need to breathe and spit the water back out. Let's look up close again and see if we can see his gills. They would be over here, and they're sucking in water, keeping the oxygen, spitting the water back out. That's what he needs to breathe. If fish don't have their gills, they would not survive underwater. We don't have them. We can't survive underwater for a long time. So if you draw a fish, make sure you label its scales and gills today. Now, your fish could eat plants, like this one, or it could be a swordfish or a shark that eats other fish, a carnivore. Both are fish in the ocean. Next, Tabby, mammals. You could show me these today. Just one. Pick one. Let's decide.
Ocean mammals breathe with lungs.
No gills.
Whales and dolphins breathe through blowholes.
Pew!
They hold their breath for a long time. Walruses, seals, and otters are also ocean mammals.
Lots of options here on the ocean mammal tabs. Now, mammals in the ocean do not have those gills on the side. They have lungs like we do. So if you do one of these ocean mammals, no gills, you would label lungs. What are lungs?
Lung, a body part in the chest that animals use to breathe.
We use them too. They are in our chest. Everyone take a breath with me. We just used our lungs. This animal here, the dolphin, also uses lungs to breathe. Also walruses, seals, otters, dolphins, whales, they're all using lungs. If you draw one of these mammals today, label its what? No gills, lungs. Now, the whales and the dolphins also have that thing. What do we call it? A blowhole.
Blowhole, an opening on the tops of the heads of whales and dolphins. Whales and dolphins breathe air through blowholes.
Do you have a blowhole? No. We got these nose holes. But he has a hole up top of his head. That's what he's using with his lungs, too, to go up to the surface and get air, hold their breath for a long time, and then breathe out of their blowhole. If you draw a whale or a dolphin today, make sure you include that fancy characteristic on top of their head and label it blowhole. That's only on the whales and dolphins.
Animal
We've got
habitats.
2 more tabbies. Maybe you've already decided on a fish. Maybe you've decided on a mammal. But we've still got some options, so let's keep looking and make our decision of which ocean animal you will draw today. Hard shells. Do you have a hard shell?
Crustaceans live on the ocean floor. They have hard shells and many legs.
Many.
Crabs and lobsters have large claws. Shrimp have plump bodies.
Plump bodies. That's a nice word for a little chubby, a little round body on those shrimp. You could draw me a shrimp today. Everything on this page are crustaceans. That's an interesting word. Say it with me, please. Crustacean.
Crustacean, an ocean animal with an outer skeleton or shell.
We have skeletons on the inside of our body. Crustaceans have shells or skeletons on the outside of their body for protection. Now, you could have a crab, a lobster, or shrimp. These are all crustaceans. Here in this picture, we have a crab. You see the hard shell, you see many legs, and you see claws. You could draw me a crustacean today for your ocean animal. Its special characteristic are those claws, also its antennas, and that shell, that hard body for protection. Those are very important physical characteristics of crustaceans. Last page, one more chance to find your ocean animal. Soft bodies, not hard shells.
Invertebrates swim and hunt in every ocean. Many have soft bodies and tentacles. Squids and octopuses grab prey with their tentacles. Jellyfish and sea anemones use tentacles to sting prey.
Wow, lots of interesting soft body facts here. These are all invertebrates. Say that word with me, please. Invertebrates.
Invertebrate, an animal without any bones.
Without any what? Bones! This entire group of animals have no bones in their body. They're called soft bodies. No bones in those bodies. But they are good hunters and good swimmers. They have soft bodies and tentacles.
Tentacle. A thin, flexible arm on some animals.
Do you have tentacles? No. But those are pretty cool characteristics. Can you imagine what you could do if you had all those flexible arms? Whoa! I could write, I could fix my hair, I could put on makeup, I could color, I could cut, I could glue. So many activities with all of those flexible arms. That's a cool characteristic on these soft bodies. Make sure you label it. If you draw an octopus, a squid, a jellyfish, or a sea anemone, all of those animals are soft body invertebrates. Label their tentacles, and then you can also label, look at those suckers on the bottom of their tentacles. Those are helpful to grab. You can label no bones. Very flexible. All right, take one more look at all of these tabbies. They all have ocean animals, but you have to just pick
Pebble go.
one of them to illustrate. Think in your mind, what's going to be the one animal you draw for me today? Do you have a great ocean animal in your head? All right, you will need your journal. You will need your pencil and your crayons. Grab all of these supplies and come meet me on video 2. I'll get you started, and then you're off in the ocean. See you soon.